Stephanie Wells, 20th Century African American Women Writers. Stephanie Wells is a literature professor and has been for over 2 decades. Her class, for many of us who have taken it, is an immersion into the world of the writers and their literary accomplishments and the worlds that they came from. She teaches writers that she loves, and she has an uncanny ability to create the narrative that weaves the writer and their literary masterpieces. She has offered 3 times before at Ali a course on Toni Morrison, and so it was a natural for us to ask her if she could teach a course that she now has titled 20th Century African American Women Writers. Stephanie Wells.
Morning, everyone. I'm so looking forward to digging into some of these books with you. I am, after much hair tearing and gnashing of teeth, I narrowed my course down to 5 novels and a play that are, some of them to me, the most important, famous, groundbreaking works of African American women writers in the last century. It's 20th century, but I sneaked in a couple of 21st century writers as well, because they seemed so linked to what we're working on. And in the course, we'll be looking primarily at really the multitude of ways that American culture attempts to define Black women and the ways in which they define themselves in response to or in spite of that. And I mean the women in these novels, not women in general. So we'll be looking at a pretty diverse array of characters, women with wildly different lives and experiences, upper-class urban women, poor rural women, slaves and post-slave women, financially independent women and not financially independent, racially mixed, artists, a whole variety of texts. So we'll be starting with a couple of Harlem Renaissance novels written from very different perspectives, even though they're written by the same author, Nella Larsen. And then we'll look at somebody who was writing simultaneously as she was, but in a completely different milieu, really. And that's Zora Neale Hurston writing a local color novel about the American South. We'll look at a fictional slave narrative, but one that's reimagined from a 20th century lens, a postmodern lens. A play called The White Card by Claudia Rankine, which I chose because I know that many of you read Citizen recently over the summer in the summer class. And that is a play that explores the contemporary and often clumsy attempts of 21st century white liberals to repair historical wrongs. Basically, the course is focusing on the Black female body as the locus of power for these characters, despite the way that American whites and men, often including Black men, try to define or limit that body. So it's all stories of women telling their own stories rather than allowing those stories to be told to them. And so within these novels, we'll see experience or elements of the supernatural in some of them, and some themes that weave through them will be sexuality, maternity, female creativity, financial independence, selfhood, survival, patriarchal culture, female creativity. What are the commonalities between these women despite their very diverse experiences? They're really all about voice, about finding the voice and claiming the selfhood of each of these characters. So I've posted a syllabus, which I hope that you'll explore and read along with me. It's about a novel a week, which is a fast pace, but it's quarantine, and what better thing to do than curl up with some excellent, beautiful novels. So I hope to see you at the first class with the first novel already read. I look forward to reading with you.